Welcome back to another episode of Wedding Day Match. We have a very exciting episode today featuring a vendor who literally knows how to rock and roll, especially when it comes to weddings. You know who we're talking about. It's none other than Debbie Cormier with Arpeggio Wedding Entertainment. Communicating with your wedding vendors is one of the most important jobs you'll have as you plan your wedding. Well, let's face it, you have lots of jobs and most of which are important, but communication is right up there. If you don't express your wants, or those pesky things you definitely don't want, then you're setting yourself up for disappointment, and few things can be worse than that. This couldn't be more true than when it comes to working with your wedding entertainment vendor of choice. So we connected with our friend Debbie for all the best advice on things to discuss with your wedding DJ. She's been helping make wedding planning stress-free for years, so you could say she knows a thing or two, or 2 million, about this. Let's get right to it in a rapid-fire series of advice, shall we? First up, the idea of your DJ as MC. If you're on the fence about having your DJ MC, then talk about it with your DJ. As Debbie explains, the MC is there to help smoothly transition between each part of your wedding and inform your guests about what's happening. They're like the conductor for your wedding day and will collaborate with your other wedding vendors to ensure a flawless event. You should find them extremely helpful and feel confident in having your DJ assume the role. If you go this route, then you might also want to discuss with them topics or people to steer clear of. You know those little family dynamics that everyone wishes they knew about beforehand? Lest you end up with foot and mouth syndrome and require the aid of AMD to remove it, you want to make sure your DJ avoids that. To that end, Debbie says, bring things like divorced parents, step-parents, or deceased family members to their attention. Additionally, if there are any specific songs, announcements, or dedications you would like during the introductions, let the DJ know. This includes any surprises planned during the wedding, such as a special performance, a surprise dance, or a special tribute. Second, we're talking reception grand entrances and name pronunciation. Debbie suggests setting up a phone call, Zoom, or in-person review meeting at least 2 weeks prior to the wedding is ideal. You can also provide your DJ with a list of names they will be introducing, including phonetic spelling. Apart from pronunciations, if you have any specific preferences for how the DJ introduces you and your wedding party, communicate those details. Third is all about your music preferences. Music preferences extends to your own requests or favorite songs, guest requests, and do not playlists. This is another topic you want to discuss with your wedding DJ because it'll only lead to a better outcome. And as Debbie tells us, it's actually helpful for the DJ. Let's get down to some nitty-gritty on this one. Interestingly, Debbie notes many DJs like us have portals to assist with your music planning. These portals allow couples to create playlists of must-play songs as well as do-not-play songs, such as the chicken dance or line dances. You can also request specific songs for cocktail hour, dinner music, and overall songs you like, and if possible, you'll hear them included. And you shouldn't feel limited to song requests or avoidances. You should feel comfortable telling your DJ when you want a particular song played if you know. She also tells us that most couples will do this. Some have particular preferences for songs to be played during dinner or dancing. There's also the latest trend of having a last dance, so she's seeing more of those requests than ever. And this is another point you should discuss with your DJ if you have a vision for the final dance of the night. Finally, regarding guest requests, Debbie says, we typically encourage our couples to allow requests, but we also filter out songs based on our experience if we believe they may hurt the vibe. Sometimes couples include a song request option on their RSVPs. That way you can review the list of songs requested and eliminate those you do not want to be played, while providing the ones you'd like to your DJ. Fourth and finally is the topic of dress codes and setup. Don't be shy about this one, especially dress code. Debbie says, communicate your expectations regarding the DJ's attire. Specify whether you prefer them to dress formally, in line with the wedding theme, or in a specific style. And last but not least, you should absolutely discuss with your DJ the timeline and schedule, including setup details at your venue, she advises. Make sure they also know if you have a wedding planner, and if they haven't already been in touch, they should be. Following these 4 points of advice will guarantee a lively good time for you and your guests, something we'd bet you definitely want. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Wedding Day Match. And if you did, please give us 5 stars, leave us a review, and make sure you're subscribed. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you want more fashion, beauty, or planning tips and advice, make sure to go to weddingdaymatch.com, where we have more expert advice, real wedding stories, and our magazine, Celebrate Weddings. Don't forget to tune in to our next episode next Tuesday. Kisses and talk soon.